Hello, everybody, and welcome to Live at 5. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
It's May 29th. It feels like Monday, but it's not. I'm Beth Stevens.
And I'm Ryan Lee Gilbert.
And we are here with producer Caitlin Moynihan in her first appearance.
Hey!
Live at 5 debut.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Live at 5 debut.
It's a debut. It's a debut. We have a wonderful guest today.
We do. We have one of the Mean Girls here with us, but not an actual Mean Girl. Grey Henson, Tony
From
Award
Mean Girls.
nominee.
Yes.
Grey Henson is joining us in a little bit.
But first, we have our top 5.
So we have great news today. Someone is serving up a second shift at Waitress.
Yes.
Oh, I like how you said that.
That was set up very well. Recent Broadway.com Audience Choice Award winner for Favorite Replacement Female, Catherine McPhee, is sticking around the pie shop. She's going to extend her run in Waitress.
Sweeney Todd, the way
Right.
you said that. Go on. It's a different show.
You're right. It's a diner. Yeah, different show. Her current run ends on June 17th, but she's coming back on July 5th, just after Independence Day, and she's going to stick with the show until August 19th. Obviously, previously announced Madam Secretary star Eric Bergen, he will begin his performances as Dr. Pomander on June 5th, and then they'll have some time together there. But yes,
Some pies.
That's right. Kat McPhee sticking around doing Waitress.
Very
Happy to
exciting.
have her.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And we got extra fun news because we are going to see the Age of Aquarius live in person.
True.
That's
So
right.
this actually broke on Thursday during
did.
the Broadway.com
Yeah.
Audience Choice Awards, but we didn't see you Friday.
We were
We didn't
busy.
see you Monday. So you already know this. But for the record, NBC is going to present Hair live
Yeah.
in spring
And this-
2019.
And this one kind of just came out of nowhere, right?
Right,
Like we
yeah.
hadn't, we wasn't even on.
I'm
Like,
excited for it. It's
yeah.
a great score. Everybody knows the music. We don't have any casting. We don't have
No.
a director. It's 50 years since Hair was on Broadway. It was at the
Wow.
Biltmore Theater, 1968. That's now the Samuel J. Friedman Theater. Everything changes. Don't get married to the names of the Broadway theaters. Anyway, it's very exciting. This is following the success of Jesus Christ
Yeah.
Superstar. This will also be in front of a live audience. But we don't know if they're going to get
Yeah.
naked. I don't think so.
Probably
Because,
probably not.
network
Because,
TV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
close-ups.
what's happening with Bye Bye Birdie? Where's Bye Bye Birdie?
I don't know. We got to ask J-Lo.
You announced
It's
it
all up to
forever
her.
ago. Come on, they can't all still be busy.
Okay, you're going off script here. You're going off script.
Just really want that Bye Bye Birdie.
But we do have more movie musicals coming. We got a brand new one all the way from London, new movie musical in the works.
Yeah, so there's not much better way to put this. Everybody's talking about Jamie for.
There's no better way to put
Yeah,
that.
right.
Thank you.
Like everyone been talking about this Olivier-nominated musical. It debuted last year.
Right.
People are still loving it, and now we don't know if it's going to make any kind of move except to the silver screen.
I'm dying to see this show.
Me
Yeah.
too. It
Describe
sounds
what it's about
incredible.
because it's cool.
So it's based on a BBC Three documentary about Jamie, and she was a drag queen at 16. And so it's a real story of a boy named Jamie who wanted to wear a dress to his prom. We find out if he did it
And
or
they sang
not.
about it.
Yes, and they
In
sang
the
all
West
about
End,
it.
yeah.
Filming will begin in spring 2019, but we don't know if like the cast that's currently playing will
Right.
also be in the film and who's directing. None of that yet. We just know that it's being preserved
So we all get to see it.
on film. So we will all get to talk
You don't
about
have to
Jamie.
take a plane to London.
Yes. And hopefully, it'll just keep going. Come
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah. And while we wait for that to hit the screens, we can go visit an off-Broadway show. We have a little bit longer because it just got its second extension.
People are loving this show. This is
Yeah.
The Beast in the Jungle at the Vineyard, starring Tony Yazbek, who is
who's just-
such a triple threat.
Yeah,
oh my God!
absolutely.
So it opened May 23rd. It was supposed to close June 10th. Now it's going to close on June 17th. This is John Kander. I mean, come on.
I mean, you're
the
getting
best.
new
One
John
of the
Kander.
legends.
Yes.
Book by David Thompson, directed by Susan Stroman, Tony winner Susan Stroman. And this is, of course, based on the Henry James novella. I know you know that. I knew
Yes, that one was, yeah.
it was right up there. Yeah.
That's amazing. And Susan Stroman, she's having a great time because she's also we just found out that she's going to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah, receiving the Oscar Hammerstein Award for Lifetime Achievement. She is obviously a 5-time Tony
Wow.
Award winning. 5 times. 5 times.
Say it again. Say it again.
Can do no wrong. Crazy for You, Showboat, Contact, the producers, obviously. She's currently working on The Beast in the Jungle, starring Tony Esbeck, who was just heard. And she's also getting ready to do a lab. Like, she's directing a lab of the new Lynn Ahrens and Stephen Flaherty musical, Little Dancer.
Which was at the Kennedy Center.
Yeah,
I think it was like over a year ago.
I think so, yeah.
With
so
Tyler
they're still
Peck.
working on all that. And this will happen during the 27th annual Oscar Hammerstein Award Gala on November 12th. Congrats.
We're really
to
looking
Susan
ahead.
Stroman.
Amazing.
Yes, we're already planning for the fall.
Well, Ryan, thank you for your service.
You know what? It was my pleasure. I was happy to be here. And congrats, Caitlin.
Thank you,
Thank
Caitlin.
But now, it is time for Grey Henson.
Woo. So guys, we got Grey Henson in the studio today. He's currently starring in Mean Girls as Damien, and that has earned him a Tony nomination for Best Featured Actor in a Musical. He also won our Broadway.com Audience Choice Award for Favorite Featured Actor in a Musical and Favorite Onstage Pair with his own Barrett Wilbert Weed. Grey also appeared in the Book of Mormon First National Tour as Elder McKinley, and be sure to follow him on social media at Grey Henson. Be sure to leave your questions for Grey on the comments below so we can get to them. Everybody, welcome Beth and Grey.
Hi, Beth.
Grey. Oh, we're so happy to see each other. It's like, aw, how are you?
I'm doing so great.
You're very chill for a Tony nominee.
Do I seem chill? I
You
just
do.
had a day off yesterday, so
you're relaxed?
I'm at ease. But no, inside I'm going crazy.
This is so great. You've got, first of all, congratulations also on your Broadway.com Audience Choice Awards.
Oh my gosh,
Two.
what a thrill. I know. They're
With-
already on my shelf.
I love Caitlin, how you said your Barrett Wilbert Weed.
Yeah.
I own her. I own her.
So how is this award season treating you?
It's going well. This is my first time, being Tony eligible, and it's my first nomination. It is crazy overwhelming, and nobody ever tells you what it's really going to be like, of course.
It's nuts because you have to do your show 8 times a week.
8 times a week.
And it's not like, I always say this, you guys, it's not like Oscars where like your movie's done and now you just go to a bunch of parties.
Yeah, you
and-
don't do the movie every night
Right,
after you talk about
exactly.
it all day.
And there's so many Tony Awards events. So tell me
Yeah.
about some of the fancy people you've seen.
I mean, I don't want to sound ungrateful for
come
sure,
on, sound-
but my favorite friend that I've made from all of this is Denise. How do you say her last name?
Goff like cough.
Oh, love you for that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We
Please go.
sat together at a dinner at Anna Wintour's house, casual.
Casual.
But we just really clicked. She's so fun. They're
She's
across
very
the street
relaxed.
from.
She's like enjoying it.
Yeah,
She's
she
enjoying the ride.
is. I think all of the Brits.
I mean,
sort
Denise, not Anna. I don't know about Anna.
I don't either. I went to her house and I still don't know, but she's amazing.
What did you wear to her Anna Wintour's house?
I had this gray suit, and whenever I wear gray, it's always a big joke, isn't
Yeah.
it? But no, gray is the new black. I wear a gray suit with a fun thing and a fun shoe. I don't know. It's
Fun
honestly, I just throw stuff on because normally I dress like a gay mechanic.
A gay mechanic? Really? Can I just talk to you for a second about Damien's costumes? Because I went backstage at Mean Girls, and Greg Barnes showed me the T-shirt collection. I'm sure you've all seen Mean Girls, but even if you haven't, if you've just seen some of the footage, your character really lets himself shine.
I
Let's
know.
put it that way.
Do you know how that started? By
How
the way,
did
I
it
saw the
start?
interview. It was amazing.
Well, thank you.
No, so when we were doing the lab of Mean Girls, and in the lab you just do performances in the rehearsal room.
Right.
For
Invited
producers,
guests.
right, and guests and stuff. And they were like, okay, well, wear something that you think the character might wear. And so I was like, okay. When I was on tour with Mormon before I did it in New York, we went to go see Cher in concert in Louisville, Kentucky on our one day off. She was performing across the street from our hotel, and so we're like, we're going. And we all bought these insane Cher T-shirts with her huge face on them. And so I was like, this is what I'm wearing. And so I wore it for the lab presentation, and Greg was like,
I'm writing this down.
we're doing this.
You
He
still
really
have a
did.
Cher shirt in the show.
I wear
That's
it
a
wasn't
lot
the
of
exact
SHs.
Cher shirt, but I do wear another Cher shirt with a big, huge Cher
You
face
must
on
wear
it.
it to the opening of the Cher show.
That's what they're going to be across
Across
the
the
street from
street.
us, and so
From Angels in America to the Cher show, range for
I
that
mean,
theater.
52nd Street is lit. No, so and then Greg was like, let's just sort of jump on this and make it. Damien is this celebrity worshiper, and I talk about George Michael. I have this picture I sing to or with. And
That's kind of old school George Michael, though.
But that's the
a
thing.
throwback.
Damien is a throwback queen. I think he's like an old school theater freak. He's not, he's an outcast still. And so I think as like hip and
He's got
fun
some
and sassy.
Liza,
Yes.
some Cher. He's basically from the
Judy,
80s.
Basically. And that's what I think makes Damien so cool is like he's an old soul.
You have 2 amazing songs in this show.
I do.
can't stop singing them. Now, how much do you think of Stop as Turn It Off?
That's so
It's
funny.
similar, right?
Everyone talks
Everyone
about
says
that.
it. I know we have to bring it up because it's similar.
I mean, I really don't because
they're not really. The motivations are completely not the same.
But no, the essence is very similar, I think. And I'm doing it. I did Turn It Off for 4 years.
Yeah.
But I think, it's the characters are so different because Damien is so not in the closet. He's so comfortable in his skin. And it's fun and different to play that, but still to tap dance.
And I love that they tap dance on the cast recording, you guys.
I know. That wasn't me. That's
I'm
that's
not
the
saying it was
amazing
you.
tappers
The
that like do all the
tappers tap.
sounds. I sort of fake it.
They
Everyone's
were like, "Great, we don't need to come in tonight."
That's true. It's true. They're all like, everyone at the stage was like, "You're such a good tapper," and I'm like, "I'm good at faking it." And truly, if you
That's
do a lot of
called acting.
face acting, yes, it's acting. If you were an actor, you can pull anything off. That is my advice
I like it. Life advice. Okay, I'm going to ask you some deep questions. Who's the meanest mean girl?
in my life
Okay,
or in the show.
sure.
The meanest mean girl.
You don't have
Honestly,
to
there's
answer.
no one is mean. That is the biggest joke, though. Everyone's like, "So, what's it like at work?" And I'm like, "It's amazing." Truly, like everyone, we're like siblings now. Erica Henningsen truly looks like my little sister. We have like the Scandinavian face that like we truly were
And you did,
Vikings, our
especially on the
ancestors.
SNL clip. You were that
I know.
for some reason. The
Uh-huh.
lighting or something, or just the expressions on your faces.
No, we've said it from day one. We have pictures. We're like, are we siblings? Henningsen.
what?
I'm not kidding. This might
Separated
be a
at
thing.
birth, yeah.
No, but it's fun. It's just a really good time. And we all have to share dressing rooms at the August Wilson because it's the smallest theater and there's 10 principals.
Yeah.
So I share with Kyle Seelig, who is like my good Judy.
And the blue couch.
And our little blue couch.
If you watched the vlog, you would know.
I know. We were so excited about that because when we walked in, we're like, okay, we can make a couch work in here. We want a couch. And so we
We
like
will
found
have
that.
seating.
And it was pretty cheap. And I was like, oh, this will work. And it's this cute little comfortable blue couch that became a part of
famous thing
Erica.
now. Yeah.
Is it famous?
Oh,
We
yeah.
just still
I
don't
knew
know
about
what
it.
the little blue couch is, though. We're like, just come in and we'll just talk for 5 seconds.
It's like not therapy
It's not therapy.
and not gossip. It's
It's
somewhere in between.
Oh, but like that's kind of life, huh?
Ooh, that got deep fast. Okay, I know we have a lot of questions from our viewers. Look, okay,
We
Caitlin's nodding.
do.
But I want to ask you all my questions. Okay, go ahead. Fine.
I want
no,
all
you
the
can go.
questions.
No, go ahead.
All right. So Joshua says, "Hey Gray, I love your voice so much on the cast recording. Which song is the hardest to sing live?"
Ooh. Well, for me, Where Do You Belong is like right out the gate. And so it's kind of difficult for me to work up the stamina to like, and it's a
So
huge production
show-busy.
number.
I love
yeah.
that.
You can't really tell from the recording, but that is like,
You're moving a lot.
yeah. And Stop, I have the dance break, but that's more of like a patter song. I don't know. Where Do You Belong is like, takes the most energy. And I've been doing a lot of Pedialyte recently because I get so dehydrated and I sweat so much in the show and it's hot and it's summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would
I
say
love
probably
these
say-
secrets that are being revealed.
It's not really a secret.
Very glamorous.
I am the least
That's
glamorous
why his
like
hair's
Tony
so
nominee
big.
ever. I know. That is so funny. I truly feel like the least glamorous Tony nominee there ever was. It's like I was going to all the press events. I was like, do they know who I am?
Do they? Yes,
Well,
they do.
Now they do.
They do.
Yeah, they know.
And the viewers definitely know who you are because Bridget asked, "What is your favorite number to perform?"
Stop is probably my favorite. I mean, it's such a
It's newer. I saw it in DC and it
yeah,
wasn't. It was new,
it's
right?
only it's kind of the only brand new number. The Act 2 used to open with a song called Bossed Up, which was more about Katie becoming plastic, but I think they thought it was her having too much fun with it, and we wanted to see a darker turn, and so it was sort of this way of being like, oh, her friends are seeing how she's becoming a little bit of a monster right now, and like nobody's safe. So they didn't want it to be like Damien teaching the girls, like boys teaching girls, like Damien has to tell himself to stop. Like he gets on and gets angry when his boyfriend from summer camp dates someone else. I don't want to give anything away, but I'm sure if you
There's
heard
some
the
good
cast
life advice
recording-
in that song.
Yeah, it's kind of like a gay best friend anthem, which I love about it. And also I get to tap, and I wear this ridiculous like show choir vest. That it literally like the idea was that I was just digging through the show choir bin and throw on a hat and some shoes and a vest.
Yeah. That's awesome. And I know you said that, you had your day off yesterday. So Tyler wants to know what your day off ritual is, if you have any.
Oh, tell us.
Well, yeah, whenever I have time off, I
have a
try
little
and-
Pedialyte.
I actually know. I only use that at the theater, honestly.
You can
That
mix.
is
You can mix it with
funny.
vodka. It's good.
Oh, wow. Really smart. 2 birds, 1 stone. What do I do on my day off? I try not to leave my apartment. I always have like a tea. I don't really do a lot of coffee. LOL, I'm drinking coffee now. But like on my days off, I don't know. I sort of chill. I was catching up on Handmaid's Tale yesterday, which is getting
That's
so
intense.
real. I know it's very intense. But other than that, I like call my parents. I try to like, that's I feel like so like I don't have a social life at all right now because everything has been so busy. So I'm trying to like slowly catch up, but just get rest. It's so boring. What a boring answer, but it's true. I act like
Real
I'm
life.
45.
No, it's
yeah.
real. You're okay. All right, you're 45.
I am.
So, and Tina Fey's older than that, so tell me about Tina Fey.
Oh, what a dream.
Was she in the room when you were auditioning?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
She was at our final callback. Actually, I did the first ever reading of Mean Girls when it was just one act. Like this was 3 years. I was doing Book of Mormon here, and Casey was like, "Hey, come read for Damien." I was like, "Okay, please." Tina Fey has like always been my like comedy idol, and so I was freaking out, and I was like, "This is my part." And then it was very new. Like everything from that reading, like nothing made it into the show, I think, except for What's Wrong with Me. And so, which is Gretchen's song. But I met her then, but it was like such a quick little afternoon. And then Casey's like, we'll see what happens. We might cast real teenagers, And I was like,
You never
know. And
Not anything but that.
Anything but that. And so then eventually I went back in, and then I had my final callback with Barrett. And we
Now,
read.
is it true that you walked into the audition room holding hands?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. Tell your story, and then I want to hear about that.
I mean, that's a part of the story.
Okay.
So I had gone in on my own a few times, and then slowly, as you go through various callbacks, you get just more people in the room, like more fancier people come in the room. So, I think I went in for Jeff Richmond before Tina was there, but the final callbacks, Tina was there, the whole team. And I did my own stuff. I sang "Where Do You Belong" at that point, and then I did some sides, and then they were like, "Okay, we're gonna do some Janice and Damien pairings." And Barrett and I had known each other. We weren't like super close. We were sort of acquaintances, but like we had a lot of mutual friends, and we like rehearsed together before this because we were both like, these are our
getting
parts.
this.
Yeah, it's true. And I think we both were just sort of like, okay, we know each other. Let's do this. Like, why not? Because auditioning is so terrifying. And when it doesn't really need to be, and that's all in here because like everyone wants you to succeed, of course, but you just like you want it so badly. And for me, I sort of like knew it was gonna happen. That sounds so cocky, and I'm not a cocky person, but I was like, this feels right. And so I was like, let's just go in holding hands, like we're friends. And then casting director was like, do you guys know each other? And we're like, yeah. And she was like, I remember she said, love that. And I was like, this is it. And it's a funny story because we ended up, getting him the parts, but yeah, that's how it happened.
Adorable. I love that story. That's amazing. And now tell me about the Tony Awards a little more.
What do you want to know? I don't know anything about
Who
the
are you
Tony
bringing?
Awards. Okay, my sister, Shelly.
Hi, Shelly. I know you're watching.
She probably is. She's in Florida. Yeah, my sister is coming. I invited my mom, but my parents are a little older. They're retired. They're going to stay in Georgia and watch from home and have a party, I think, probably. Aww. And it's supposed to be such a busy weekend, apparently, and we're performing. And so that whole day is going to be...
There's rehearsal. Do you have to do your show right before?
Yeah, so that morning we do dress rehearsal at Radio City.
Right.
Then we go and do a show, and then we get ready for
the most tense show ever.
I know. Everyone's just like...
Hi,
like hashtag marking, LOL, no. And then we... After that, I get ready for the red carpet, and then we do that, and you sit down, and then I've got to perform, and then come back, and so.
But at least you don't have to put on makeup, because I don't know how some women.
Well, they have like glam squads. That's how that works.
There's a lot going on backstage.
Yeah, I just do some chapstick and a little mascara. I always wear mascara in the
Secrets
show.
revealed.
And no one can see that I'm wearing mascara, but for me, it's like such a part of my pre-show process that I'm like, I need the mascara.
Is it a high-end mascara or is it a drugstore mascara? Let's get the details.
It was a gift from one of these events. It was a MAC mascara in like
fancy.
a goodie bag. But I looked online, it was like $19. But I do that before the show, so I'll probably just like throw on some mascara, maybe some dark contouring.
That sounds good.
Just for the Tony Awards.
Just for the Tony.
Can you imagine?
Damien would totally do that. Okay, we can take like one more question. We got to run.
Okay, the one question we're getting a ton is just people wanting to know what your reaction was when you found out that you got that Tony
Can you
nom.
reenact it?
Yeah, give us a little play-by-play.
Don't scream into the mic. Yeah.
I didn't scream. It was like frozen. The live stream was frozen. Catherine McPhee mispronounced Alexander Gimignati's name, which I just did as well. And then she like made a joke of it. She was like, what is it, Jim? I was like, H comes after G. And so it was like, I started panicking, and then my live stream froze, and I was just in bed, and then I started getting text messages.
So you didn't actually hear it.
Nope, didn't actually hear it. I heard from probably Ben Pot was the first person that texted me. He texted
really
a lot
got
of
on
people.
it.
Everybody.
Everybody says that. Ashley Park said this.
Yeah,
What is going on?
I think he had. I don't know.
How does he get everyone's number so fast? But did he
we
have
did
like
Book
6
of Mormon
phones?
together, so I had his
Sure.
number.
Sure,
but
sure. But anyway, I feel like he was like, and I'm going to do
isn't
that
that funny?
Did you
No.
rewrite it?
Everyone said that.
Ben, come on Live at 5 and tell us how you did that.
I just think it's lovely how much he cares, you know.
Of
And
course
then
he
I had
cares.
to call my parents because they were like, in the first.
They were like,
question,
the live stream was frozen.
I know. No, they couldn't get it to work, and so the first thing my mom asked was like, "What do I do if someone asks me for an interview?" And I was like, "Paige Henson."
Paige Henson, come on Live at 5. I have
my
many
Oh,
questions.
she would love it, you guys. She's so Facebook active. She's the best.
Is she going to be live Facebooking the Tonys? Because
I
that
hope
would be
not.
amazing.
I hope not. Nobody look that up, please.
Gray, you are a delight.
As are you.
Oh, thank you. Follow Gray on Twitter. He's a delight on all social media.
I'm not really active on Twitter, but I'll retweet a lot. I'm active on Instagram.
Follow on Instagram. You'll learn things. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you
Go
for
see
having
Mean
me.
Girls at the August Wilson Theater. I know you've seen it. Go see it again. Caitlin, please take us out.
Take you guys out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Live at 5. We are live at 5 on Facebook every single day. And if you want to hear the podcast, listen to wherever you get them. It'll be up right after this. And be sure to tune in tomorrow with Aladdin's very own Princess Jasmine, Ariel Jacobs.